Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. In this channel I am teaching you to become the law officer in either PSU establishments or in public sector banks and financial institutions like NABARD, uh, NAPFIDs. So in case if you are actually a lawyer or fresh out of law and you are waiting for some examinations that you can give, uh, we are at a beautiful position right now because both the SBI and IBPS have issued law officer posts, and SBI has 49 posts and IBPS has 100 plus posts, and the deadlines are 14th and 21st July. So both notifications are live right now. You can actually go and fill up the notifications for the examinations. Now this video is all about what is the examination and how to crack the examination, what should be your preparation strategy, etc. But I would want to emphasize that do subscribe to my channel, follow lots of topics, and so that it will be easier for you to prepare for the examinations, the important concepts, because I myself had been associated with various banks in legal capacity like UCO Bank, NABARD, Euro Exim Bank. So a lot of banks that I have been associated with, and I have worked in their legal department. So there's no one better than me than to tell how to approach these examinations. Now there are two doors that is open into the banking law. That is, one is SBI specialist officers, and then IBPS SO. And IBPS SO is a scale 1 officer, so you need to, all the freshers are eligible. The only criteria that is needed is you have to be registered in the bar council, and you should have cleared the AIB examinations, so which is a bare minimum to be asking. And this is a wonderful post, and it gives you the gateway into the legal departments of various public sector banks, like Canara Bank, Indian banks, Indian overseas banks. And these banks have a lot of recovery spending. There are a lot of issues. You can work on aspects like check bounce, recovery, SAFAC, even insolvency, and there can also be CBI or RTA matters, then HR matters, a lot of things that you can work on. So for IBPS, there is 100 plus posts across public sector banks, so do apply for this. And there is a prelims and mains. Of course, it's an MCQ format. It's very easy and you can clear. SBI is little tough, and the pay in SBI is also much better, but you need to have experience. So for assistant manager, you need to have 2 years of experience, and for deputy manager, you have to have 4 years of experience, and there is a written test. So we'll see what is the pattern and etc. So SBI law officer, it's simple that your maximum age limit should not be above 32 years. Of course, there are special relaxations in terms of your community, and the experience is 2 years. You should have a combined experience of 2 years, either working in the law department of a bank and as an advocate, or separate individual exemption experience would also be sufficient. Now deputy manager law is similar to a scale 2 position, and it has 29 vacancies, and age limit is 35 and 4 years of experience. So there is application fees and all those things that you can see. You can go to the sbibank.in careers to check it, and I would say this is a wonderful opportunity because SBI is very big organization. It's one of the greatest banks, public sector banks. It is the king of the public sector banks. So it has a very good legal department. The officers in the legal department are respected. Now, who are eligible? Basically, you need to have a law degree from an Indian university, and 5-year integrated LLB gets preference. That's what they say, but uh, it's all about your performance in your written examination and interview. So do not worry if you do not have a 5-year integrated LLB, even if you have 3 years LLB, if you have done a wonderful job in your written examination and interview, this is not going to be a big stumbling block. Now experience, I have already spoken about it. It's 2 years for assistant manager and 4 years for deputy manager. And be very careful. Your CIBIL score will also be checked, so do not be a defaulter. There are lots of cases which have reached the court where the court have held that SBI's check of CIBIL eligibility in recruitment is in line with the law. So do check that. Otherwise, basically most of you would be able to qualify for this examination. Now this is a basic scale pay that is given. This is around a rough estimate, but I would say with all the latest talks as has happened and between the various unions, I think the pay is going to be much higher. I would say for SBI you would get around at least around 1.5 to 1.6 in hand, and for IBPS you may get around 1.2 in hand. So of course I said this does not include your DA, HRA, PF, NPS, concessions, medical. So it varies city by city, but this is based on the data that is provided in their notification. Now the selection process is very simple for SBI. SBI has initially a reasoning for reasoning of general aptitude, that is only qualifying in nature. So so you just have to practice a little bit, maximum hardly 5 to 10 minutes per day. And English language again, it's going to be easier if you are lawyers, because basically most of our laws are in English and most of you would have done it in English, so there is an English language test. Then there is a professional knowledge, and the most important thing is descriptive. So the descriptive would be the mains part, and there are 5 questions and there are 50 marks. So what you have to do is you have to ensure that your marks in the professional knowledge part are good. So you should be able to score around like in the ballpark figure of about 40 out of 50 would be a good thing. So that is the, and like I said, professional knowledge and descriptive go for the interview stage, and it's a 70-30. So your law paper decides everything. Now SBI's official indicative syllabus, as constitutional administrator, and the most important thing that you have to focus on the financial sector laws, that is Banking Regulation Act, RBI Act, NI Act, SURFACE, IBC, FEMA. And don't think just because it is banking you can neglect criminal law. You would actually be surprised to see that there are a lot of questions that will come from your criminal procedure or BNSS or BNS or the IPC or the evidence. So all these things would come into picture. So be thorough in that, be thorough in procedural laws, including criminal laws, or also the substantive criminal laws. I would say in terms of the labor codes, you can dial down a little bit down, but still it is very important part. So you have to have a comprehensive preparation of all this. IBPS Law Officer is also a very exhaustive syllabus. You have to be good at banking regulation, RBI, SURFACE, DRT, IBC, Companies Act, Securities Act, and probably constitutional, contracts, torts, all these things, all the main core things. So the big thing is no work experience is required. Like I said, it's a basic bachelor's of degree law, and you need to be within the age group, and fresh law graduates can also appear in this exam. And like I said, there is prelims is only for qualifying nature, English, reasoning, and general awareness or banking later, that is only qualifying in nature. Then professional law language, that decides the merit. So that is mains, that is 60 marks, and interview, that is around again 20. So be very careful of the negative marks that is there. There's going to be 0.25 negative marks. So IBPS is another beautiful, easy examinations that everybody can go and sit and easily clear if you're good in the basics. So the banking is the highest rated. Like I said, these are the laws that you should be very thorough with: banking regulation, RBI, negotiable, SURFACE, insolvency, DRT, contracts company, transfer of property again, the types of mortgages, the type of mortgages are often tested concept in transfer of property, TP, and lease provisions, FEMA, consumer protection, limitation, and contracts. You can talk about the guarantees or the indemnities. All those things will come into picture. And the new criminal codes, BNS, BSc, of course, and an extension of our earlier IPC and CRPC, but still you need to be good. Banking ombudsman is another thing that you have to focus on. There can be a lot of questions on that, and RTA Act is also one act that would be very important. Next, there's a plan. So how to do this? This is a simple plan which you can do and do read and all those things. But the best way is to follow my channel. Follow my channel where I would dedicate law topics, particularly focusing on IBPS and SBI law officer examinations. So do follow my channel for updates, and congratulations. Do apply for these examinations and crack it and become legal officer in the banks, which would be wonderful career opportunity for lawyers. Um, so thank you.